Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is where we talk about all things books. Today I'm doing a book haul, and what better month to do it in than August. We're talking about pirates here, so I have collected a bounty of books. So let's get started. I have some books here that I bought myself, some that were sent to me to read, and some I got from the library as well. I'm actually not very big into buying books very often. I typically have to enjoy the book before I buy it. And even then sometimes I don't buy it because I've already read it, so why am I going to buy it again? Unless I decide that I want to buy it so I can reread it. Anyway, enough of rambling. I'm going to go on to opening my book mail first. I got this one a couple days ago and I'm really excited to read it. I was really worried it wouldn't come in before August was over because it is pirate themed, and I specifically got it because I knew I was reading pirate books this month, and plus the cover is just gorgeous. I love it. It is Heart of the Sea. It is a fantasy romance book and I'm excited. There's pirates in it, there's romance in it, it's fantasy, and it's clean. There's no spice in it, and I'm thankful for that. So I found her on Instagram. I found the author Mariah on Instagram and saw that she writes clean, non-spice young adult books, and you know what? I'm here for that. I don't really care for the spice. I typically end up skipping over it, and I hate doing that because I mean, I'm reading a book. Why am I going to read a book if I'm going to skip over things? So I'm very thankful that she is a clean author, and I'm looking forward to reading this, and I'm just really excited. This is gonna be on my top of my TBR. Once I finish Peter Pan, this one is next. Now I have another book that I have in the mail also. I got this one a couple weeks ago. It did not come in before August started, so I didn't add it to my TBR list. I didn't know when it was going to come in. It was sent to me by the author Joshua Hershey. It is called Linden Falls. I will be reading this one probably in September. It is about a young woman who sets off to save her people and encounters demons and angels and dragons as well. And I'm excited to read this one. It sounds very interesting. I'm really excited to read this one as well. I'm going to stack this somewhere. I'll just move this package, put it on the floor. Then I have a couple books that I got from a used bookstore that is here locally. I typically try and buy stuff that is used versus buying new. But if I can't find anything from there, I will buy the books from somewhere. This is the first book that I got. This one is called Washington Spies, the story of America's first spy ring. I was really excited when I saw this. It was, I think, only $1, and I wanted to get it because my children and I had just finished the Revolutionary War and learning about the spy ring that was in it. And previously, even before I was teaching my kids the Revolutionary War, my husband and I watched the TV show Turn, and that's where I first learned about America's spy ring during the Revolutionary War, and it fascinated me so much. And so when I saw this, I had to get it. I wanted to read it, and I'm excited to even teach my kids about it because I love spy stuff. I love history, and so this right here is right up my alley, and I'm excited to read it. I think it is nonfiction. Let me see. Pretty sure this is nonfiction. I will have to look it up and make sure that it is, but I'm excited to read it. It's going to be very interesting, and yes, this is going to be probably going to be in September TBR, or on the top of my TBR list anyway. So there's that. And then another book that I got from the used bookstore. It's not really a reading book, but it is 1,200 words you should know to sound smart. I'm not really interested in sounding smart, but I am interested in reading and learning new words and what they mean. And I saw this and I thought, why not? Plus it would be interesting to have my kids learn a new word every day or so. So this is there. It's not going to be on my TBR because I'm not going to sit there and read through it, although I may glance through it and just pick out books. But it is going to be, I am going to use this with my kids during our homeschool. So, you know, I bought it, so I added it to the TBR, or I added it to the book haul. So, interesting book, interesting words. So that's all that there is there. Next, I have a series I've already read. I got it last month, but it didn't come in until I had finished the second book, and that's the Mistborn series, or the Mistborn trilogy, the first era. It's Mistborn, the Well of Ascension, and the Hero of Ages. I actually ordered this series when I was probably about halfway through the Well of Ascension, and I knew that I would definitely be rereading the series. Like I said, I'm not too big on buying books. I typically will just get them from the library or library app. Unless I know for a fact that I enjoy the book and I will be rereading it. So this one I knew I am definitely going to reread someday. I had a lot of fun reading this, so I got it, and I'm happy with my buy. The only thing I can say is that the box that it came in was smashed. So it had the box, the packaging box that it came in, and then it had the series box, and the series box, all the corners were smashed, and one was actually like bad smash, and you can even see here on the edges of the binding it's all messed up from where it was pretty smashed down here on the bottom. So I didn't keep that, and normally I do. I like to keep my books pretty pristine, and I don't mind so much having lines on the binding. I don't mind that. I just like to keep mine together in their series, and I had to throw that one away because it was pretty messed up, and there was no point in keeping it. Now the next series, I read the first two books of this series and I've enjoyed it so far. My daughter has started reading it. She read the first book on Audible, and my son has been reading the series as well. So the two of them pulled their money together and got the entire series. So it's not really something that I bought, but I did chip in for the last like $15 because they didn't quite have enough, but that's okay. We got the whole series of Keeper of the Lost Cities. I have all of them. We have right here, it is books 1 through 8. My daughter has book 2 and my son has book 5. And then the 9th book will be coming in the mail sometime in October. For whatever reason, it was not available. So we have to wait until October to get there, which isn't too bad for me, but for my son, he's pretty bummed out because he's moving through them pretty quickly. Like I said, he's about halfway through book 5. And my daughter just finished the first book, Keeper of the Lost Cities, and she's about a third of the way to a half of the way through the second book, and she's really enjoying them. She really, really likes them. She's a little slower at reading, but she's only in 3rd grade, and that's to be expected. She's doing fabulous with reading, and I'm so thrilled. She loves these books, and it's very exciting. Now, those are all the books that I have acquired through money or gifting. Next, I am going to go through my library haul that I just got. I actually don't have all the books from the library. I just got a notification yesterday that, I think it was yesterday, might have been this morning, that another book of mine has come in, and I haven't been able to pick that one up yet. But these 4 books right here, I got from the library, and I have Peter and the Starcatchers, which is a Peter Pan retelling. A lot of these books I already went through in my August TBR, so you can go read that one. But this one, is a Peter Pan retelling. I'm currently reading Peter Pan before I read this one because you can't read a retelling and then not read the actual book that it came from. So I'm reading Peter Pan first, and then I'll go through Peter and the Starcatchers. I have Daughter of Pirate King, which is about a young woman who is obviously the daughter of the Pirate King, and she is sent aboard a ship to try and find a map. And then I have Tress of the Emerald Sea. In my TBR, I actually said Emerald Isle, but it's Emerald Sea. And this book, I've already finished reading. I really enjoyed it. I'll give more details later. But this one was a lot of fun. It's about a young woman who goes to try and rescue her love from a sorceress. So there's that. And then the last one is The Wager, and it is a tale of shipwreck, mutiny, and murder. And I wanted to read this one so badly. Look, it just came in the other day, and I still have my receipt in there from the library. I have it on hold on my Libby app, and it's been on hold for a good month and a half, and I still have 12 weeks of waiting to do. So I looked on there and I saw that I was able to get this one. I didn't have to wait very long at all, maybe a couple weeks, and I'm glad that it came in before the end of this month. I can read this one now, and I'm really excited to read it. I think this one is another non-fiction fiction book. Like I said, I enjoy history stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy pirates. I enjoy spy stuff. It's a lot of fun. Those are all the books that I have acquired. I have commandeered, if you want to use a pirate term. And I'm excited to read all of these. I will not get to Keeper of the Lost Cities and a couple other books this month, and some I've already read and some I have on my immediate TBR. But overall, it's going to be a whole lot of fun getting through these books, and I am excited to share them with you. If you have any recommendations for me to read, please leave them in the comments. I always enjoy getting recommendations and learning about new books to read. I enjoy that so much. So let me know, and don't forget to like and subscribe also. And if you would like to know everything that I am going to or want to read this month of August, you can watch that video here. And I will see you all next time. Bye.